So Naranjito, it will be launched in beginning of March, so already in this month.
Yep.
Then please explain about at first the concept or idea behind the wine Naranjito.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as you said, it is a skin contact or orange wine, and it's a style we both really love. So sort of they're more complex than a regular white wine. You get that sort of grip and texture and that sort of citrus flavor. And so we always wanted to make an orange wine like Naranjito that was an affordable way to enjoy orange wine, and not too aggressive a way, because you have a lot of orange wines that are quite aggressively grippy and full on and quite strange. And we wanted to make Naranjito to be a nice entry level for people that explore orange wine for the first time, or for people that love orange wine already but want something a bit more easy drinking just for every day.
Yeah, so and I think, the name of the game was to make orange very approachable. I feel like orange can be very interesting, but it can also be a little bit too, grippy and too full on. And so what we wanted was to really build a complex wine, but that was actually quite fresh and that was very, had a lot of texture, but it was at the same time quite soft and very, I think orange needs, in my mind, it always needs to be quite citrusy and quite sort of like biting into an orange was what we really wanted to imagine it. And it seems that Verdelho in particular is a variety that is very well suited to that. It's quite crunchy, and it gives us really sort of citrus pithy flavors and aromas. And so the way we make Naranjito is very interesting, because we do a lot of different things to it, and we do several different picks to the vineyard, so we can slowly build structure in different ways. So, for example, we pick that vineyard twice, and what we try to do is we try to do an early pick that we'll leave on skins for a shorter period of time. It will go through full ferment, but it will sit on skins, say, close to a month, which is not what the second pick is. So the first pick spends about a month, and then we press it straight into barrel, and then we work the lees like you would, like, say, Burgundy or like really good top quality white wine. We'll give it that treatment in barrel, right? And then the second pick we'll leave on skins for about 6 months. And so the texture you'll find from the first pick, being a little bit less ripe and being a little bit more citrusy and having a little bit more lees character, will give us more of a creamy texture. Whereas the second pick that's a little bit riper, that spends a long time on skins, that just becomes a very sort of dense and quite soft palate, but in a very different sort of level of texture. So when you combine the two of them, you end up with a very fresh wine that's both dense and textural, but it's also quite creamy and soft. And so that's how we try to manage our orange, so that it does have that high drinkability.
And that second pick in particular is where you get all the classic skin contact texture and the sort of ginger spice and the grapefruit pith and all those wonderful things you love and associate with orange. And we should also mention that vineyard is a really beautiful vineyard in McLaren Vale. It's a biodynamically certified vineyard. And so it's an all wild ferment using native yeast from that beautiful biodynamic vineyard in McLaren Vale. And so you get a really complex wine straight away.
The owner is Pakistan vineyard, or?
Yep.
This is a
Gentry.
This is a gem tree.
Gentry.
Oh,
Gentry
okay.
to grow. Yeah. Paxton is the Vermentino and the Alianico.
D'accord. And Nildabra, maybe?
That's McLaren Vale as well.
Okay. Do you have the bottle of Naranjito now? Sorry, this is empty, so I'd like to show my customer.
I was going to say, that is empty. Ben can grab one. I think we're sold out of the 2020, so it'll be a bit of a search to see if we can find one. I think most of them we've drunk.
Why did you choose Verdelho to make orange wine?
Well, it comes back to that whole thing about biting into an orange. Verdelho, when if you just fermented a Verdelho as a white wine, it ends up looking, quite fresh, quite citrusy, quite similar to, say, Vinho Verde from Portugal. And so we really like that feature of Verdelho, that real citrus core that it has. And so if you leave that on skins, it really sort of develops more mandarin and tangerine and that sort of orange type aromatics. And it just seemed like the perfect variety for it. It's also,
No, I don't have a bottle, by the way.
You don't have a bottle? We've sold out, Shin. They're all gone.
I'm getting one. We got one somewhere else. I'll bring it.
You should keep one bottle.
Yeah, we should keep them in our houses. So we don't keep them in the winery because people might come and try to steal them.
And we can't.
Maybe
we can't
I can share the picture here.
Yeah, sure.
Naranjito. So this is color.
Yeah.
Truly orange.
Doug's bringing one.
Oh, is he?
This picture from your Instagram account.
Lovely.
Look,
Very handsome.
I look quite fresh.
This photo
look.
was taken in first picking or second picking?
That's a great question. I would say that's probably the second pick because it's been, you can see the back of them have been sealed up. And so that means they would have spent a lot of time on skins. Oh, here it is. Got the orange right here.
I don't think we're on, but we've got it.
Then you kept these wines like 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months on skins. Yeah.
So they get 6 months in these tanks that are next to us here.
Yeah, now we're putting them in these tanks so we can seal them up.
Ah, okay.
They have a lid that you can seal, and so you keep it all sealed, and it's really great.
Here it is. Look at it. It's so beautiful.
It's Naranjito, simply Spanish word.
Yeah, Naranjito.
Right?
Well, yeah, naranja means orange.
Yeah.
Naranjito means the little orange.
Little orange.
The little orange.
Ah,
So
okay.
all three of the wines, Tintito, Blanquito, and Naranjito, mean the little. So the little white, the little orange, the little red.
Yeah, so Tintito, little red, Blanquito, little white,
Okay.
and Naranjito, the little orange.
Okay. So could you tell me
I
about?
call him Bencito because Bencito means little Ben, so I call him Bencito.
I thought he was going to say Naranjote. But
Okay, Bencito-san, could you give me some tasting comment by other winemakers and like suggestion about food pairing for Naranjito, please?
sure. Food pairing is a tough one because we haven't thought about that.
Look, I like to have
Tacos.
See, I'm Mexican. I was going to say so.
Tacos.
I think it works really well with things that are a little bit spicy. So anything with a little bit of hotness and chili in it, I think works really well because it quenches the sort of the spiciness, but it refreshes the palate as well. But I like to think of Naranjito as a very versatile wine. Like I think aromatically, it's a wine that usually has a lot of citrus fruits, so mandarin, orange, tangerine, even nectarines. And then, that portion that spends a lot of time on skins definitely gives that sort of honeysuckle, nashi pear, spice,
Lots of ginger, grapefruit is always a big one there. And also because of all the leaves stirring we do, it's always got a nice sort of almost butterscotchy creaminess to it as well. But I think it's also really good with things like pork and apples and mushrooms. So, roast pork or that sort of thing is a good match. Katsu karidon.
Yeah. And I think that it's just a very versatile wine because it has enough texture to work with dishes that would traditionally work with, say, like a light red. But it also, because it's got good acid and stuff, it works really well with things that you would normally pair with say, a full-bodied white wine, like a Chardonnay, if you will. So I think, in my mind, Naranjito goes really well with most spiced dishes, ranging from Mexican all the way into Japanese and even, Southeast Asian cuisines. Yeah.
Mostly, we just drink it, though.
Yeah, mostly we just open the bottle, and then, if food happens to be on the table, we'll eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I sometimes remember the tacos you cooked for us 2 years
Yes.
ago.
The funny thing about that is that I'm the Mexican, but he cooked the tacos. So,
Talent.
but I will say they were pretty good. Yeah.
Did we drink
Okay,
Naranjito?
let me check next year.
Yeah, that's
Next
it.
year.
That's it. We'll have to go over to Japan and then we'll make tacos over there with good Japanese ingredients, I say.
Tacos is much popular in Japan now.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
We can buy
I love
very
tacos.
easily tacos meat, tacos spice, and I forgot the name for that red stuff.
The tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla.
Oh,
Very
it's a
easy
bit-
to buy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Well, when
awesome.
I come to Japan, I want to eat Japanese. No
Yeah, I was
offense.
going to say, look, it would be a bit bad if I go all the way out to Japan and eat tacos. I think I'll be eating a lot of ramen and sushi and, really good top-end Japanese.
I'm looking forward to an okonomiyaki on the grill.
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. We really want to go. The pandemic couldn't have come at a worse time. We were definitely meant to go to Japan either in 2020 or 2021. But
But
we'll
I'm
get there
afraid
eventually.
We will get there.
maybe a huge number of winemakers are coming to Japan after pandemic.
Yeah, I think so. I think everyone's just holding on to for it to
Yeah,
be.
it's gonna be stuck, I think.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Okay, thank you very much for the explanation for Naranjito 2020。ナランヒートの2020年について説明していただきました。こちらも多分動画を公開するときにはもう、発売になっていると思います。Okay, thank you very much. And let's move on to the Tintito 20.
I'll bring a bottle.